Get your free copy of the complete tutorial at www.teachucomp.com/free.
To share a workbook using the traditional method in Excel 2016, which is the only way of sharing a workbook in Excel 2013, click the Share Workbook button that appears in the Changes button group on the Review tab of the ribbon to launch the Share Workbook dialog box. In this dialog box, click the Editing tab and check the Allow Changes by More Than One User at the Same Time. This also allows Workbook Merging checkbox. Next, click the Advanced tab to set additional sharing options. In the Track Changes section, you can select the option button for Keep Change History For, and then type a number in days to track any changes to the workbook. If you don't want to track changes, then select the Don't Keep Change History option. In the Update Changes section, you can select the When File is Saved option button to update the workbook's changes every time that it is saved. You can also select the Automatically Every option button and then enter a number in minutes that it should save the changes automatically. If you select this option, you can also specify to save my changes and see others' changes, or just see other users' changes by clicking either option button. Sometimes when two users edit the same cell at the same time, a conflict will arise when Excel goes to save the workbook. In the Conflicting Changes Between Users section, you can set how to resolve those conflicts. You can select either the option button for Ask Me Which Changes When, or the changes being saved when. In the Include in Personal View section, you can include what to include in your custom view of the shared workbook. By default, the view includes any filter or print settings you make, or you can use the original printer and filter settings. In the future, when you open the workbook, it will display using the settings of your custom view so that each user can have their own view of the data. You can check the print settings and filter settings checkboxes to include those in the default view. When you finish specifying share options, click OK in the Share Workbook dialog box. If you have already saved the workbook, a message box will appear telling you that you must resave the workbook. Click OK to continue. Then select the shared network location to which you want to save the shared workbook. After you have saved and shared the workbook, other users may go edit and review the shared workbook. When two users try to save changes that affect the same cell, Excel will display the Resolve Conflicts dialog box for one of the two users. In this dialog box, read about each change and the conflicting change made by others. To keep your changes and move to the next conflicting change, click the Accept Mine button. To accept the other user's changes, click the Accept Others. You can also click the Accept All Mine or Accept All Others buttons to accept all of your changes over the other users, or to accept all of the other users' changes over yours. Note that this will only occur if you selected to Ask Me Which Changes When in the Conflicting Changes Between Users section of the Share Workbooks dialog box. To stop sharing a shared workbook, make sure all the other users have saved and closed their copies of the shared workbook first. Then click the Share Workbook button in the Changes button group on the Review tab to launch the Share Workbook dialog box. On the Editing tab, uncheck the Allow Changes by More Than One User at the Same Time checkbox. Then click OK. In the message box that appears, click the Yes button to stop sharing the workbook.
Like what you see? Pick up your free copy of the complete tutorial at www.teachucomp.com/free.